Welcome in everyone to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans for Bears fans. We are here to talk post-game Bears Saints. I'm Mark, as always, joined by Chris, and I'll ask like I do pretty much every episode. He's making a grimacing kind of face. Chris, how are you?
Doing all right. It's been the grimaces for the busy week and weekend, but there was a smile in there about our 4-game winning streak Chicago Bears. So I want to just say that before we start, getting into the nitty gritties. The Bears have won 4 in a row. If you throw in the bye, they haven't lost a game in 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
So, yeah.
It's a good thing to start with because you sure could fool me with some of my conversations with folks and seeing some of the reactions online,
Yeah.
and I definitely can relate in some fashion to watching that game and being like, what is going on? This is awkward. And yet they won. They won by
12?
almost, yeah, I mean, 26-14, they almost doubled them up. It's like it didn't feel like you won the game 26-14 as a Bears fan sitting there, probably because you're not on the team. But it didn't feel like the Bears won the game 26-14.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And there's only one reason for that.
Mm.
There's only one reason we don't feel great. It's Caleb Williams.
Yep.
And I love Caleb, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
But that's just the reality. But this is a great game for our good, bad, and ugly that we sometimes don't
Okay.
do. But
Cool,
it's a
let's do
great
it.
game for it, right?
All right, let's do it.
I don't think the good could be any more obvious in a football game than they were in this game.
Well, are you talking about the defensive side of the ball
That's one of them.
and DeAndre Swift, the running game?
Well, all of the running game. Yep.
Yeah,
You got 4 takeaways, 4 sacks, just dominated everything but the end of the first half and start of the second half defensively. You're supposed to win a game, you give up 14 points. If we want the defense to play better than that, we're just being ridiculous.
true.
That team that they played wasn't any good, but you're supposed to do this. Like,
Correct.
that's what you do. And they just keep getting the takeaways. You keep talking about how seasons can kind of snowball into their own takeaway luck, because some of it is luck, like guy fumbling is kind of either
Sure.
lucky bounce if you recover it. Maybe you peanut punch and earn the fumble itself. Interceptions require them to make mistakes usually, although we've had a few this year where it's like that's just an amazing play.
Hmm.
But for the most part, I think we know that they are volatile year to year. But this season, it sure looks like the Bears are on one of those turnover heaters that we occasionally get with this franchise.
Sure does. And they were even, I don't want to say robbed of an interception, but another one because 2 Bear defenders ran into each other. I think that knocked Wright out of the game. Is that correct? Like that play where Nishan Wright and
Yeah, did he come back? I can't remember
I
if he
don't
came
remember if
back.
he came
I
back,
think he did.
but that would have been
Because
another.
Stevenson went out, and I don't think he came back.
Yeah,
We never saw
shoulder.
what took him down, besides
Hmm.
the broadcast telling us it was a shoulder.
Yeah. But also want to just point out that the Saints and Spencer Rattler, he's protected the ball for the most part this season. They did not have a lot of turnovers. I remember that being brought up that the Saints had not really turned the ball over, or like Rattler himself had not turned the ball over that much this summer. He may have had 1 pick before today. Oh, does that sound right?
I think he had one. Yeah.
Yeah. So, three picks and a fumble, or were there 2 picks and 2 fumbles? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Three picks, one
Three
fumble.
picks, and maybe it could have been a fourth, but yeah, flipped that. The defense shades of 2018 in that regard a little bit. But
Montez Sweat had another nice game. That's 2 in a row for Sweat. I mean, I
good
don't
to
know if he's
see.
worth the pay, but he's certainly playing better than he had been. So shout out to the defense. I mean, a 4 sack day, you go, hey, the pressure was pretty good. Well, it disappeared for a little bit there. It's pretty clear they got to blitz Brisker and Gordon.
Yeah,
You still only had one sack from a D lineman. That was Sweat. Otherwise, you had Edmonds with an amazing play,
Mm,
Brisker and Gordon. And shout out to Edmonds. He deserves a special bit of love. Played the run really well. Did a nice job when Ritter would try to run too. That sack was a great play. Has an interception. This guy's
yeah.
balling this year.
Yes.
Honestly, he was like Mr. Everybody's cut candidate, but I'm not so sure right now.
Yeah. It just a matter of getting the right coach, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of this is coaching, and that's the other good,
Mm-hmm. It is a good.
which we can do
It
on the
is a good.
defensive side of the ball before we hit the running game.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis Allen was in his bag, mixing up the blitzes quite well. For big portions of this game, the Bears blitzes were a huge story.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL teams are going to score some, so they got theirs on a couple drives, but otherwise the Bears defense dominated. Ben Johnson gave one game ball for now, and he said he'd do the rest tomorrow. I think he wants to watch the tape more
Mm-hmm.
or something, but the one he gave out was to Dennis Allen.
Yeah.
And then they did the good, better, best, and everybody yells. And we all get fired up, and we all go, hey, this team doesn't suck.
They don't suck. That is still a fact. The 2025 Bears do not suck.
Not at the moment. And I don't think they do at all because I think the coach is too good.
Yeah.
I mean, can we? Okay, so like I don't mean to like let the offense dominate every episode, but it's still so important, and we're just so used to defense being better around here than the offense, and it's just all starting to be a little too familiar. And I don't. It's not that I'm uncomfortable with it. I just don't want it to be familiar. I want the offense to look better with my brilliant head coach and my generational QB, and it's all over the place, and maybe that's okay as they're learning it. They're
I
pretty
think
young on
so.
that side of the ball, with the exception of Tooney, and I guess DJ and Komet, maybe. I mean, those guys are in their prime, right? Tooney's the only real, like, oh, this guy's up there, vet.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at the run game, and you're like, they ran the ball 40 times for 222 yards, and we're like, this offense. That's like that's five and
Well,
a half a carry.
I don't know.
And that includes Burden and Caleb losing 3 yards, Zacchaeus getting nothing. And if you took those out, your math's even better on yards per carry because that's what, 6 carries for -3 yards. I'm not going to do all the math because that's not what I do. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like they dominated on the ground again, two
Yeah.
weeks in a row now after being horrible at it before the bye. Is this some of the best coaching we've seen?
So far,
This
yeah.
adjustment, what is this?
Maybe
I'm,
still
I'm
a small sample size, but yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I don't have no idea if they'll keep it up against better teams, but the Commanders are supposed to be a playoff team.
ooh, the Commanders got spanked by Dallas
They
today.
did. We'll come back to the league stuff for sure.
Sounds good.
It's been a wacky, wacky afternoon.
Yes, it was.
But
Sure.
I I don't know that I remember an in-season adjustment that worked this good.
To be fair, we haven't had a coach that was supposed to be this good, so maybe there's a correlation
Yeah,
there.
it's nice that they hired somebody who's supposed to be good instead of a coach everyone's like, well, he's gonna suck, and then he sucks. Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay, great. Nagy was like fairly optimistic hire, but there was a lot of unknown there because he'd only called a few games.
right.
And I will say this season is sort of giving me 2018 vibes a little
Well,
bit
with the turnovers for sure.
with the
Yeah.
turnovers for sure, and the offense being like, wow, we crushed Dallas. Oh, we kind of suck again. Oh, we scored enough though, but it didn't look great. Yeah, but we won. Yeah, they suck. The opponents suck. Yeah, but you're supposed to beat the teams that suck. It's all kind of a little too
Yeah,
familiar.
there was. You're right. There was a lot of that in 2018. Yep.
And I might be being a bit nitpicky or ridiculous, but I would just say if Caleb had 3 TDs and they had 300 yards passing and 100 yards on the ground and the score is the exact same, I'd feel better.
Yes, agreed. Like you pointed out at the beginning, the fact that
I just
Caleb.
would.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll get into that as you
So
said.
bad. I'm gonna
Okay.
say,
Transition.
yeah, you just did, except for I'm not gonna give anything bad, I don't think.
Okay. All right.
I think the passing game, Theo Benedict, Caleb Williams were all straight ugly,
Okay. Yeah.
and everything else was more or less good. Can you think of anything in between that? Maybe I'm forgetting something, but like
Uh. Well,
Rome, 2 drops, bad DJ was fine.
DJ
The rest
was
of the
fine.
passing game stunk.
Yeah.
Theo was getting crushed by Chase Young.
Yeah, and I had to remind myself before the season started, I said we'll see some up and down with the offense, and we'll be
Yes, for
frustrated.
sure.
So I consoled myself with myself from 2 months ago to some extent.
Yeah,
I said, remember, you thought this would
absolutely.
happen, and yeah, but when it's happening, it's
Yeah,
yeah,
when it's happening, it's frustrating, and the fact that you know that there's a certain rationality to this process having bumps in the road and progression's not linear and these things doesn't mean we don't, that we should skip analyzing it.
sure, sure,
But I think Caleb has one or two problems left out of the batch of four that we've been talking about for his whole career so far,
okay,
which is only 23 games, so that's another caveat. Has he fixed his sack rate relative to last year?
yeah.
He was
Well,
sacked one time today.
sacked one time, yeah. And can I throw out
One
there?
time.
I
People
got
are
a
acting like it was eight. He avoided a million sacks, but they only got him once.
yeah, my Wheaton buddy Brian, texted me that how could he have only been sacked once? It felt like a lot more than that. It
It
did.
did. He's incredibly elusive. It might be nitpicky though. I'd like more of the elusiveness to just be stepping up instead of spinning out.
We saw
That's
that.
a real like. Here's the thing. I think he's done better with that. He's done better with the deep ball, as we said Friday or whatever. I think he's wildly inaccurate elsewhere, and that's bizarre. But
Yeah, the stuff he should.
there's and he's regressing in the whole like I'm going to try to add lib thing. And it's like just take what's there and run. That's it. Those are the two things. We don't have to overcomplicate it. He's just missing a bunch of throws he would normally not miss, and I don't understand quite why.
Mm,
He plays really antsy in when he has a game like this. That's like one of the first adjectives I think of.
yeah.
It almost felt to me like Chase Young almost picked him off right at the beginning because he just annihilated
Right.
Theo. And then Caleb just had the yips the rest of the game. I don't know. And we know he's been clutch in the fourth quarter already a number of times, but it's like he's overthrowing everything. And it's like calm down is still the thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just inaccurate. And he didn't struggle with short and middle inaccuracy before, so I feel like it's fixable.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think we have to reinvent the wheel or go, oh, he's not seeing it. He doesn't read the field. He's turning down a bunch of throws. That was Mitch and Fields. It doesn't feel the same, even if the result is choppy still. I don't know until you see the all 22 as far as if he's missing guys that are open.
Yeah.
Every young QB does some. Shoot, every QB does some.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But to me, it just feels like he's inaccurate. The ball that hit off the guy's face in the end zone.
Yes. That.
That's not even close to DJ's route.
Nope.
The guy's behind DJ, and Caleb hits the guy in the face.
Hit
It's just a
that.
horrible throw.
Oh, yeah. And DJ was clearly not expecting it.
And the throw to Rome is just like late. Maybe that's a slightly different issue, but and so like as I tried to figure out, okay, so he's inaccurate. Is sometimes he throws the ball absurdly hard and no one can catch it, and it's like not quite the right touch. And I've landed on this as my overarching current subject to change thesis on what he's doing. I think he's overthinking.
Yeah, that would explain. I think
It
that
doesn't
slows you
look
down.
natural for him too often, and it's probably most likely, and this is the optimistic part now, finally, new offense stuff. And I'm
For
sitting there
sure.
watching this game going, this running game change is remarkable. All right, Ben, do the QB next.
Yeah.
Because it
Well,
was bad. It was ugly.
yeah. And we know he loves to build off of the running game. That's what he did in Detroit for all those years.
One of the many misnomers about Ben Johnson was that he was all creative plays and airing it out. It's really not at all the truth.
Hmm.
He's like, give me both backs big games, which we did today. So
Yeah.
shout out to Manungai. So we give him a
Yeah,
little
good to
love.
see. Really good to
13
see.
for 81. You'd take that some of those weeks as just the main running game performance with a
Absolutely.
touchdown along a 24. Great day for him. I think
Yeah.
he had a catch or two as well. Yeah, 13 yards on two catches. So to me, that was this game's pretty straightforward analysis, right? Great defense with the turnovers again.
Hmm.
More pressure than we've seen. Great job by the coaching. Ugly, ugly performance in the passing game. Ugly performance by Theo. Ugly
Ugh.
performance by Caleb. Maybe a bad performance for Rome. Two of those drops. When's he going to play his size? I love Rome, but when's he going to make these contested catches like
I
I thought
don't
he?
know.
I thought that was a big part of his game.
Yeah,
It turns out he's a much better route runner and worse at the jump ball than I thought coming out of college.
mm,
That just never clicked for the whole passing game. And I don't know if we can just chalk it up to, crap happens in the NFL or not. But let's not panic. They did win 4 in a row.
to some extent, because that was the worst it's looked in maybe all year, but at least in a while.
And just
That's
like
the worst it looked across the board.
that
At least.
opponent, that's the other thing. And we talked about that going in. I hate games like this because you think the other team's trash, and then if you don't look great, you're like, ugh, what's wrong with us? You're
Yeah,
sitting there going, there's no way their coverage is that good. It might be
yeah.
that they had Caleb's brain just combobulated by running a ton of zone. He was great against the blitz today and terrible against zone.
Mm,
That continues to be a thing. And that's what I mean about it's also part of my box, dump it in the box for overthinking.
yep.
So I'm not giving up on him. I just noted
Oh
he had a
no, no,
bad
no,
game.
no.
It was sloppy. And then the ultimate ugly. And then I want to talk about other games because I don't
Okay.
know if you have much else to say about this one. Knock yourself out. But what are these snaps?
Oh goodness! I mean,
What are these snaps? I've never seen the pump fake. I'm keeping it snap. The psych snap
that's what it
from
looked like.
I-
Oh, I don't know.
they go home and the cadence sucks. And can we quit talking about the cadence? Cousin Nate sent me that. He's like, I'd like to enter a point where we're done talking cadence.
mhm.
So shout out to Cousin Nate there.
Cousin Nate, cousin Nate.
But what is that? What's with this? Dahlman's like kicking butt on these rollout blocks and all these other things that he's really good at. And I'm like, why can't we snap the ball? It's not even a shotgun. One of them was. It was two
One of them was,
under
yeah.
center ones and one shotgun one. 3 and
Mhm.
2 in the red zone, right?
2 in the red zone. Yep.
And 1 on 4th down that they got bailed out by the stupid rule. That's a
Thank
terrible rule.
Yeah, thank goodness though that actually a rough call that went the Bears' way. That got us made sure we got 3 points. Otherwise, that's Saints ball.
Hell,
I mean,
there's my bad. The refs.
ah,
Not as bad as Monday, but bad. Especially early. It got better towards the end.
uh-huh. Yeah, the offensive pass interference on Loveland. That
Another brutally dumb one. Like, what is this? He turns around, the guy runs into him, and they call him for a penalty.
mm-hmm. And it was a great play. It was a great throw by Caleb. A good catch by
And they're
Swift.
totally, yeah, that killed the yardage. We've been over 200. We can't even hit 200 some games. I mean, come on. This guy is the number 1 overall pick. What is going on here? It's okay to be bothered by it.
It is okay.
Not okay to give up. And then
Correct.
the other one with the refs that really got me, man. Brisker hit him high after hitting his
Oh
arm.
yeah.
I could have sworn if you got the ball, it was not a penalty at that point. If you hit the arm or the ball, you didn't go for the head. It's another one of those maybe officiating is an art thing, but I'm actually pretty sure they got that rule wrong.
Hmm. Well, once again, I was not able to watch with sound, so I didn't. Did the announcer say anything about that?
Just Moose was like, that's weak. I mean, he was definitely all over it being weak, but
Okay.
and then they came back out of break and they brought the rules guy in and he was like, I think it was this play where he pretty much said they were wrong.
Ah.
But there was
Okay.
another play where they might have done that too, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not the rule. But I can't remember which one he totally agreed with me on. But I mean, I'm a biased fan, so
Mm-hmm.
you have that. Great challenge by Ben Johnson.
Yes. Maybe game
When do we ever
changer.
get to say that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A great challenge by a Bears coach.
Maybe a
Wow.
game changer. Do tell.
Well, because that killed some of the momentum. That it was a long third down conversion. I think it was it
31
20?
yards
Yeah.
on 3rd and 20. Yep.
Yeah. So that could have. I think the Bears were only up by 1 score at that. I
9?
don't remember. Yeah, it was
9?
closer.
I think it was 9.
Yeah. So that
Maybe.
shut
I don't
that
remember.
down, and and it was a loss of down, I believe, because it was the illegal forward pass. So they did
Yep.
not replay the down. It went to 4th down.
What
and
was
they had
funny
to
is the
punt.
ref said that all wrong to the crowd.
Oh, really?
He said it was a 5-yard penalty, replay the down, and I'm like, it's not. And then they did it right. He just said it wrong. I thought that was kind of funny. Suffice to say, the league-wide officiating still a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, shall we get to other games
Yeah, let's
for
do
a
it.
few before I gotta go?
And I didn't get to see a whole lot, so fill me in with
Well,
What you
the
got?
Vikings got beat by the Eagles, so the Bears are not in last place.
Whoa, third place
Shout
Bears.
out to your third place Bears.
Third place Bears.
Dallas trounced the Commanders, and Jaden Daniels got hurt again.
So did the Bears? Did they derail the Commanders' season just like they derailed the Bears last year? Is that what
I
we're
don't know,
about to
but
see?
can I? Am I too petty if I say they deserve it?
Nope.
Well, they don't deserve injury. But my kid said it well, actually. She's like, I don't like players getting hurt. Some Packer guy was down. And she's like, but I like it when it's the Packers that are hurt. It's
You,
not the
sir,
individual.
are
I'm
a
like,
good,
okay.
good father. It's who you are. It's who you are.
Okay, Mike Tomlin. But yeah,
That's
Dallas
a niche joke there.
44-22 doubled up Washington. Daniels went out. At the time, he was 12 of 22, and Mariota ended up with 10 attempts. I don't think Daniels came back in the game. I don't know
12
if
of
there's an update.
12 of 22?
Yeah, who is this?
That's
Caleb
bad
Williams?
for Jaden. That's really bad for. Look at Flus. Look at Flus shutting down the anointed one.
Sort
Look
of.
at
He still
that.
gave up 22 points.
Yeah,
I
okay.
wonder how much of that was garbage. I didn't watch that game very much. I watched the start.
Yeah, if you got 44.
The other game we need to mention, just totally bonkers out there in Denver. Weird
Mm.
things happen in Denver.
Yeah, I look. It's 20 to
33,
nothing.
po- 33 points in the fourth quarter for the
The fourth
Broncos
quarter.
to win 33-32.
Unbelievable.
Imagine going to that game and leaving early because you're pissed off Bears fan and you're down 19 or whatever to nothing, and just this QB looks terrible
Well,
in his offense.
I
And
saw
I thought the coaching was better than this, and then they score 33 in the
in
quarter.
the
Bo
fourth
Nix is the
quarter.
first player to ever throw for two and run for two in the same quarter.
Jeez.
It's just an unreal game, and then it's a win because the Giants missed two extra points.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Oh,
That's awful.
just
Poor Dable.
crazy.
Wow.
I mean, I just don't know what else to say about that game. It's just absolutely
Yeah,
wild.
I looked and saw it was 20 to nothing, and put it away for a bit, and I think I turned the when I checked my phone the next, it was 16. They had scored in the fourth quarter. I was like, oh, two touchdowns and two extra points, impressive. Yeah, but it's too late, just. But spoiler, it was not too late apparently.
Yeah, that was just nuts. And then Green Bay beat Arizona, a game effort
Yeah,
by the Arizona team, but Micah
yeah.
Parsons, 3 sacks, including one on the
What they
last
got him
drive to
for?
really kill him. 6 sacks on the game for the Packers.
Is it worth mentioning that they were on their backup QB, the Cardinals, Brissett?
Yep.
So,
Packers offense still doesn't look all that great. I don't know.
mm,
It's not
I'm telling
clicking
you,
there. I mean, Jordan
if
Love didn't crack 200 yards either today.
mm,
And they only had 90 yards on the ground. I mean,
if you take away Love's first read, he gets a little jumpy. I think. I think.
yeah, I just wish we had his accuracy downfield, man. That guy pulls off some crap, but at the same time, it's like because it must be right where it needs to be.
But then other times he's wildly inaccurate downfield. I don't know. You can't figure. He overshot Dobbs on one play by like
Yeah, he's
10
sort of all
yards in
over
the
the
end zone.
place.
So yeah,
But
stupid.
bad's off the table. I think it's off the table for Caleb too. Erratic is certainly what we're seeing right now, and
Hmm.
again back to that. It's better to assume the simplest thing
Yeah, and
and hope it's new offense stuff. And
and
I just need him to
overthinking.
settle into games quicker and be more accurate.
Yeah, the fact that we've seen him, you mentioned earlier, when pressure comes, we've seen him step up in the pocket. I think it was the Dallas game. He did that really well. Maybe he was more focused
To
because
me,
he
it felt
wanted to
like he's
beat Flus,
backsliding with his bad habits from last year. He
yeah,
just
but yeah, up
isn't
and
taking the sacks. But it's like, no, 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 step up. No,
yeah,
no, take the easy throw sometimes. And I just think he's overthinking, maybe trying too hard.
hmm
There's so much mustard on some of the throws. I don't know. We don't have to rehash it all, but
Well, but I just mean
there's still
because
plenty of talent. I'm not giving up at all. Just it wasn't a good
yeah,
game.
I'm just saying because we have seen it, and we have seen it as recently as a couple weeks ago.
And
There's
Flus
no
is running zone, so he knew that zone. I really want to know if the ball knowers can tell us this sometime this week. If the Saints were doing a bunch of wonky coverages and mixing up hybrids, where they cut the field in half is zone and half is man,
Hmm.
and Caleb thinks they're going to keep running and the receivers stop. Like how much of that kind of stuff
Hmm.
is in there? And then how much of it is going, well, shoot, we're running 6 yards of carry. Let's just keep running. But Ben Johnson took the ball out of Caleb's hands in the
He
red zone.
sure did, and maybe he did because the running game was so effective, but maybe he did because, nah, fam, you don't have it today.
I think
We'll
it's
see.
both.
Yeah,
Nate thinks my cousin Nate again thinks it's
doesn't
the
it?
big story of the game, and I said, well, I think it is if it continues multiple games,
Hmm.
or it is if you're not running well. Like if you're not running well, then it's a real problem. Right now, it's like better keep our eye on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think
But it's hard to complain when you have 222 yards on the ground and we're going, we wish we could run the ball, and now we're running the ball, and now we're mad. It's like,
we wish we
can
could
we
throw
all
the ball.
take a deep breath?
Hmm.
They're 4-2. He fixed the run game, and now I want him to fix the QB's few habits that we need to fix and start building the play action better. I want him to talk to the center about the whole just give the ball to QB snaps. I'm very confused. I'm very, very confused. I also wondered if Caleb got hurt.
Oh.
Nobody talked about this that I'm aware of. He was shaking his left hand like crazy after the weird fumble snap.
Mm.
He didn't give him the ball fiasco. And then every
Okay,
time he'd hand
interesting.
it off, he'd kind of have his left hand pinned close to his chest, like it was hurting him a little bit. And I just wonder if that screwed with him at all. If or if I'm just crazy. But man, he was like, shaking his hand like you do when you jam a thumb or hurt your
Mm.
wrist or whatever. I don't
All
know.
right.
He didn't look right, and the ball was coming out wobbly too, which I mean, obviously he's right-handed, but still.
Yeah, yeah, but there was
Just
also some.
I'm just filing it in the back of my head to see if there anything comes out about it.
The weather was also supposed to is forecasted to have 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. I don't know if that actually was the case, but that was the forecast. So I
Was the
could,
ball wet? Was the field still wet? There are definitely some weather-related issues, maybe.
yeah. And of course, Rattler was a little inaccurate.
Just a tick.
So, well, I don't know.
And that guy first round mock on Twitter that thinks Rattler was the best QB in the draft. It's like,
Oh,
does
oh,
4 turnovers and 230 yards do it for you guys? I'm not saying Caleb lit the world on fire. I'm not sure who
well,
played
yeah,
worse when you had all those turnovers. How about the rush D after that Raiders game? They still give up some to the Commanders because they're pretty good at it, and Jaden
yeah.
kind of throws it all off. 17 carries for 44 yards for the Saints.
Wow, that's with Kamara. Wow, well
Yeah,
done.
well, he's not quite what he used to be, but still well done. Really, Olave and the tight end were the only guys doing anything to the Bears.
True. And Rattler did have two nice throws to Olave
Yeah.
during the game, but other than that, ooh, ooh, those
So
things.
hopefully Stevenson's healthy. He's played well enough this year. He got beat deep once. I mean, you're allowed one here and there, right?
Yeah, and it looked like on that
They
was right
can't afford
before
to lose him. They
half.
got nothing at corner. It is
Right.
not deep.
It was right before the half, and it looked like there may have been some miscommunication with Byard. I think it looked like Stevenson was expecting some help. Uh,
Yeah, it was a weird play.
yeah, but he caught up to the guy. Maybe that's where he hurt
He
his
did make
shoulder.
the tackle. Yeah, I was wondering
Great
that
dive.
too.
Like
The
he
dive
he
tackle thing for your
dove and
shoulder.
tackled Olave from behind. I mean, was
It's
that Olave there? Was that
yeah,
Olave?
it was
Was it?
Olave.
Okay. Great play by Tyreek Stevenson. Not calling him 29.
All right, here's a great nugget.
Okay.
Great news, Chris. Our
Great
next two
news.
games are against the 27th and 29th passing defenses in the league by EPA per dropback against, which is a stat Ben loves EPA.
Okay.
The bad news, we just looked miserable against the 28th.
oh,
You can't
oh,
make this
boy.
up. 27, 28, 29,
Ooh.
3 weeks.
And who's next? Is it Baltimore?
Baltimore,
They gonna have Lamar?
probably.
Okay, that changes things.
Boy, this is an interesting stat. Dallas is worst in the league at this stat. Then Miami, then the Jets. So some bad defenses if you're I mean, the Bears are 23rd because they were that bad early in the year, and that
Oh,
Lions game just killed them, I'm sure, in this.
yeah.
Number one, the Vikings.
The fourth place
They're
Vikings?
the fourth place Vikings, who are 3-3 by the skin of their teeth, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And can we talk about that for a second, just for kicks?
Sure.
Is JJ McCarthy actually hurt, or are they just like he was the emergency QB today? So now I'm confused because like if he's hurt, he shouldn't even be that, right? Don't
Yeah.
forget, I can't stand him, so I have my absolute vendetta versus the dorky warrior JJ McCarthy.
Unless he's hobbled and they didn't want to use him unless they had to.
I guess.
But that was my first reaction too. Like, oh, he's the third. Interesting. If he's healthy and he's the third, that's a problem for them.
Yeah. Very weird.
Because he hasn't looked like he did against the Bears since.
Well, he
Lucky
only
us.
did it for one quarter.
Oh gosh, this team should be 5-1. Mark,
It's crazy.
5-1.
No, they should still be 4-2. You take the Vikings back as a win, but you got to admit they probably shouldn't have beat the Raiders.
Well,
Although Geno turned it over, but they gave up 250 yards on the ground in that
I
game and
know.
had like 50 of their own.
I
It's
know,
like the
but
polar opposite of this game. This game just showed you what that game was supposed to look like.
yeah.
Now,
They got
I want to
30
make one
seconds left,
more
yeah.
Caleb point, and then
Okay.
let's get out of here.
Okay.
The All-22 will tell us.
Yes.
The broadcasts generally are perfectly happy to point out Caleb errors.
Yeah.
Do you? Well, I know you couldn't hear it. Shoot. I don't recall, maybe somebody else will listen and tell us, but I don't recall them ever saying he's just not seeing it. He's open here and he doesn't throw it. I don't think there was
Okay.
a single one of those. It's purely dancing around all weird, not being able to make the plays when he does it, and then inaccurate. I don't
Okay.
think there was a turn down on the broadcast.
Well, that's good then.
And they usually will tell you.
Big picture, that's very good,
I
isn't
hope.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's Fields' issue.
Right. Who's
So
not so good.
been
I
benched.
feel
Took a
bad for
shot
him.
today too. I hope he's okay. But he definitely got benched as well.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
all right. I guess take it out. Take
All
us
right.
out of here.
Hey, before I do though, quick shout out. I got to my wife and I had dinner Friday night with former student Tim. It was great to see him. I realized
Making the barely educated rounds this
he
semester.
is, yeah, in central Kansas. So he stopped in the town where my school is on his way back home from something work related. Headed back down to the
I had to
Dallas
laugh at
area.
him wearing the same polo when I bumped into him, or he came to campus, I should say. And I was like, it looks familiar. So I looked at the picture I took. I was like, yeah, it's the same picture or same polo. I
Nice.
feel you, Tim. You got the go-to shirt. You got to rock it.
Sure, absolutely. But yeah, great to see you. Great to see you, Tim, and catch up. We really enjoyed spending that hour or so visiting with you. So thanks for making
Nice.
that trip. All right, Bears fans, we are fans of a winning team with a winning streak. Well, we'll see how long it goes, but let's enjoy it while we can. Thanks for listening to this episode. We'll talk to you again before the game against Baltimore. And until then, take care, have a good week, and bear down. The Bears.
Go Bears! I love the Bears.